Hello, everyone. Welcome back for part two of the live stream today. And, and, and here I have a Battle Academy set of cards here. These are three decks. One with a Pikachu GX, Charizard GX, Mewtwo GX. These are this is how you, this is what, these are the cards that are used. This is your to officially play the game. You also have these counters and this fancy coin. This is the coin they use for heads and tails. This is used just for GXs, and these damage counters tell you how much damage is used. Done. So, there's also like many other things. Like I've collected Pokemon since probably 2011. About somewhere around the early 2010s. And then I've always collected that. Then I went into sports, and now I'm just back into Pokemon, and now I'm into Pokemon and sports cards. Like, doesn't matter. Like, I like football, baseball, and Pokemon, and I wanted to learn how to play the official way that I can make some custom decks myself. So I was like, I'm buying this yesterday, and I played today. I can show you like what cards are in and like what everything looks like if anybody wants to know about it, because I have everything from like books that teach you the basic beginnings to this like thing right here. That's a play. That's like a paper play mat, except it's not paper. Let me tell you, there's more or less just like one of those like play boards, like using like one of those like games. Which I can tell you, it's sure to be fun if anybody plays each other in this. I know that like there's like people that like play for like awards and stuff, and like I'm not up there. This is called Battle Academy. This was made in 2020. So like these cards come from the Pokemon GX era, which is a which is an era that I didn't really collect as much in, which I don't know if anybody cares about that, but thought I would just give you a fact about me. There's also some like other stuff like um like I do like Pokemon. Like I have good Pokemon. I have Pokemon that I won't get rid of. Like half the Pokemon are not here. Like I have sports cards here, which makes me cool and whatnot. But like Pokemon cards have like a reason to them. Like sports cards is just like here's a player that's played. Let's make a card of them. Pokemon is just like here's a card. Let's make it how we want to make it. It can be how we want to make it. It's not just like a sports play. Like it's just like they have to be if this logo and this and that, like that's the basics that are put into this. Like Pokemon is like the basic stuff, and then just like naming them, like making up like an attack or something. Like like just like basics to that, but then you can customize it. Furthermore, just customize it because customizing stuff that's fun to watch people customize anything in the whole entire world. Like if I could customize something, I would customize something, but I would not know what to customize. Like like people make like fake Pokemon cards, like that's customized. And, like I used to look it up and then see there's like, oh, they made like a Ravens stadium, or like they made this or that. Like it seemed like weird cards. Like you could just look them up yourself and be just like, well, this is the card. Who cares? I don't, but you should. Like I mean, like there's this, that, and this that can like go on about it. Like I know that there's like so much you can like do with like Pokemon cards. Like there's like more than sports cards, because sports cards you collect them and like it's like I like this player, I'll collect them. It's like this Pokemon, I have Pikachu, I'll collect all the Pikachu's. Like it's way more Pikachu's than they are of like a certain player. Because like Pikachu has been around every year. It's not just like here's this player, they're horrible. Like I like this player just because they're on this team. They've only one card of this player. Too bad. now I can't get this plan anymore because they stopped making it like because they stopped making this set like it's like these sets have been made and like sometimes like you can get an old set. I mean it's kind of like sports cards except playable. Like sports cards aren't playable; they're like tradable. Like these are trading cards, not sports cards. Which Pokemon like there wasn't that much at Best Buy, and I was like, that's the one thing I'm grabbing because I was just like, who cares? Like that's the one thing I'm grabbing. It's so much fun to play Pokemon. I did play and I did lose the first time, but I mean, who cares if you lose because it's still fun to learn about something. Cause like learning is better than losing. You learn from your mistakes, and you learn to do better. Like that's what you do. You learn, you learn, you learn, and you learn. Which let me say, for like me being like my first time playing, I actually did pretty good. Like I probably like used cards in like the wrong order or something. Like I mean, like they're numbered, and like it's just like you do this first, second, third, fourth, and then like up until this certain page, it's like this page you can do what you want because like you shouldn't always be told you have to do this in Pokemon. 'Cause, like people like make a custom decks, which I did make a custom deck, but if I had to, I would ask my namesake with me. Which let me say that Pokemon has been around since 95, 99, no 99 about I think so. Then like before I was born, let me say that that's not really like a fact that like people need to know about, but like I feel like exhausted. Let me say there's like many things like I can talk about, which would be just like me over here. Like I mean like there's like so many other things I can like do. Like I mean like Pokemon is like a thing of the past. Some like things are just like now you get this, now you get that. Like I mean like that's like the cool thing. It's like you can get one set of cards and be just like, wow, I pulled this good thing, and I got this set of cards and I pulled this good thing. Then like wait, when you get sports cards, if they're in that set, that means that they like made it to the highest level, even if they're like a bad player and they're just like on the team for like a few days or something, and like something comes up, like they still made it to the highest levels. Like that's like one thing, like making it to the highest level. Like you don't make it to the highest level being a Pokemon. It's like Pokemon are just like a random like thing that was came up with by Wizards of the Coast and whatnot, which is like a thing. The, let me say it like it's like I have my cards here. Anywhere from like I have like way more cards, but they're not with me at this second. Let me say that, which I would talk with them if like my fans want to tell me if they want to talk with us. I mean, like let's say like I'll give you some examples. Like I have John Carlos Stanton, like he's good. Like Lyndon Munson, good. Tyler Wade, not the best, but he got a call like three Yankees. Like you can name like a random dude and like he'll probably like have a call to be made into the NFL or MLB ever. Which I can discover my stuff right now if like nobody like had anything better to do because like I mean like I can tell you like I have like Yankees cards on end and like I'm not a Yankees fan. I have like sports cards on end of like good players. Like I don't want like I can tell you like for the Dodgers. I have some like Dodgers and stuff. Like I mean like I never put some stuff down. Like I have like Battery Bath, which Battery Bath is a Gatorade being dumped onto number 55 from the Dodgers. We're just doing number 50. I have Justin May, I have Clayton Kershaw. Like I can tell you all these guys, and you probably know like, most of who they are because they are just like sports names. Like people older and newer may know. Like I mean, I don't know like who anyone even knows or anything at the moment because like everybody's like pretty good at like sports these days and like if you're the chosen one, you're because if you're chosen, you're the best of the best. Like that's why they have like the All Star game and the home run derby. Like they want to show off the best of the best in baseball. Like there's like football guys. Like they bring up this like I could bring up just like all these like Mets and like you know most of them like Wally Blackman, Carter, Bartelo Colon. Let me say like there's like Noah Syndergaard. I know that there's David Wright who's literally like the best player, but like he got a club like there's Thomas Nido. everybody should know Jacob DeGrom. Pretty much like he's like a Mets great, still on the team now. He I think is a 99 in MLB The Show. Not to get off track or anything like. I mean, like there's Gary Carter, but that's not like a basic Gary Carter from like when he played. But I can go through my cards and be just like, oh, these guys are these guys. Like I mean, like I'll go through like all these guys, and like you'll probably like know like most of them. Like you could like name most of them off. Like in Hayward Jeffries, never heard of him. Like it goes back to Mike Mitchaki. Like he's also Oilers and with all the big names. Like Derrick Henry's like big one. Derrick Henry and Warren Moon are the two biggest in like this like thing. Like I mean, like I could name like mm, maybe like one to two at least per like sleeve that I have actually filled in because like everybody knows who Mike Trout is. The White Sox there is Carlos Martinez, who I may know. There's Evan Encarnacion, Carlos Rondon. But I can name off the ones that I know: Jose Abreu, Yohan Moncada, Edwin Encarnacion, and Carlos Rodon. I mean, like to say the least, like there's like some players that I'm just like there's some things that I'm just like I know this person. This person is good. Why would I do it? Why do they have a card? Because they're good. But if they're bad, then why do they have? If they're bad in this sport, then why do they get a card? Because like I mean, like they deserve a card, but it's not just like. But it's like they could be making more of another player in different poses or something because they're way better. Like I mean, like I'm not sure what everybody's take is. I mean, like, let me go back over to like Pokemon for a second. I can bring out a deck if you want. That's one thing I can do. I can do like a trivia game or something, but like only with one fan here. Like I wish I had way more fans. Like this is like so like random. Like people probably like have their own plans today. I mean, like let me just go do this one thing. I don't have this unboxed, but here we go. If I can be moving these out of the camera and putting them back over it in their thing, like, give me a second, like, this is the bottom. If I can, let me go over to the camera for a second and I'll show you what I got yesterday from the O's game. This bobblehead. He's only one of the few in the mascot hall. He's one of them in the mascot hall of fame, which I can tell you a bit about that mascot hall of fame thing. Like, you know, the mascots in there and like if there's like any facts about them, like anybody knows, like they can tell me about them.
I feel like you're not giving justice to the game, sir.
What game?
The Pokemon game. You're not explaining. You're not saying that. Like, they don't tell you what kind of cards you have to use. They just teach you how to play the game, right?
Yeah.
So it's an academy. So it's actually really cool because they lead you through the game,
Yes,
right?
yes, they do. It's like you have these set cards. You're supposed to use these set cards.
Did you show the board?
No,
No. Why wouldn't you show the board?
I don't know. No,
It
it's
looks
not.
like a battle arena, right?
It looks like a battle arena. I'm like, here's a little angle of the battle arena.
Is that the battle arena?
Yes, it is the
Are
battle
people
arena.
watching your stream when they rewatch? Because I see people rewatch sometimes. Are
Yeah.
they? Do they play Pokemon?
I don't know. A bunch of them are sports fans.
Right, but so are you.
Yeah.
Do you think some of them might play Pokemon?
Yeah.
Do you think maybe they've seen this before?
Yeah, they may have.
I've never seen it before. I think I saw it in the movie. Remember the Pikachu movie?
Yes. Yes, I remember that. Like, I mean, like this is different because because these are Pokemon in colored form.
And nobody's a detective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't know this, but I saw the cartoon once or twice, and they have the guys come up with the decks of cards, right?
And then they come up with actual Pokemon. Right?
They come up with Pokemon,
They come up with Pokemon.
but for us, they're decks of cards.
Yeah. But
don't they
have
a thing like a?
Oh, they have a Pokeball, and then they're like, and then they throw them out, and then they say to Pokemon. As an example, Pikachu, use Thunderbolt.
Right. So sort of like in the cards. So wait, where are the cards? So what do you have here? Charizard.
Charizard GX deck, Mew GX deck, and then we also have my favorite Pokemon, a Pikachu GX.
Pikachu GX deck. So let's just look at one. So what do they look like?
This was the deck that I chose to use today.
Well, that's cool. But like, what do they look like in general? Like they just have.
Yeah.
So you have energy cards. So like you're saying, when they have to use when Pikachu uses a Thunderbolt.
Or like a Pokemon has to use that, like they have to use that, and then there's different like types of trainers and stuff.
There's Pikachu.
That's one of the versions of Pikachu. A happy Pikachu, I'll call it a happy.
Well, they're all. It's a basic Pikachu, right?
The basic Pikachu is just different versions of basic Pikachus. Because like there's one with him with a rainbow. He's been around since '99.
Stage.
See, that's a newer version because you can just make Raijus. Now this is an Alolan Raichu for Sun and Moon, which makes.
But it's a stage 1.
Yeah, it's a stage 1. There's no stage 2. Like,
is there a stage 2 Pikachu?
No.
No. So
Pikachu is considered basic, even though there's a Pichu that comes. That's a baby Pikachu.
Okay.
So but they never make Pichu in a deck.
So this guy's basic. This Bull.
Yes, it is Bull, which which I battled against in Pokemon Go, because Pokemon Go is like because in Pokemon Go you battle, but you just tap the screen 100 times trying to get out 3 Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I'm sure everybody watching this has at some point seen Pokemon Go, don't you think?
Yes.
On someone's phone, or their own phone, or their mom or dad's phone, or
like when not. I mean, like I still play Pokemon Go to be exact.
A lot of people do. I mean, they still throw the Pokemons out there. So who's the stage 2 of this Bull guy?
There's no stage 2.
There's no stage for the Bull?
No, some don't evolve. Some evolve.
So who evolves? Who's the original of this zebra guy?
That would be, that's the Blaziken, which is the card that was told, when I was playing.
Here,
Electabuzz, that has an evolvement to it.
Blitzel.
Blitzel,
that?
Yes, yes, which I was told to start with Blitzel when I was reading the booklet.
So you do this, yeah. So what you said was the booklet told you what to do.
It told you how to start.
Yeah, so here, get the book.
There were 3 booklets for my one
Here's
thing.
Pikachu, right?
Yes.
It doesn't matter how many fans you have. If you get rewatches, people see it, right?
Yeah, your one fan she said hi to me.
Hello.
Hello to one fan if you're still there. If you're not watching.
It's fine. You just need to say hello.
Hello.
Say hello. Hello.
Hello.
Fan. So, here we go. It gives you instructions on how to play the game, right?
Yeah.
And then it gives you everything that's in your deck. You start out with a certain thing. So, You know how like if you play cards,
Yeah,
like
think about it. Think about it as playing Uno or like
right. So
regular
the first time you
cards.
ever play cards with somebody, sometimes they say, "Oh, play an open hand."
Yeah, playing up an end of like only use these types of only use these because these cards mean the most in this game.
Right. Or someone says, "Play an open hand." Right.
Yeah,
Like so, why do you do that?
you playing open hand because it's like I don't know how to play this.
Right. So someone else can help you play because they can see your hand. They're not trying to beat you. They're just trying to teach you how
They're
to
not
play.
trying to beat you.
Right. That's what
If
this
they're like
game does.
if they're like I'm better, I want to help you get better.
So that's what this is.
Yes.
This tells you every step of how to evolve this guy to this guy to beat somebody with another deck. So it just teaches you how to play the game.
Yes.
So once you're finished and you get, and it guides you, it tells you which cards to see next, and you know everything.
And then once you get to and once you get past page 11, then you're able to do your, and then you can improvise.
Then you graduate your academy, basically. It's teaching you how to play. Once you get to through the thing, you know how to play. You know how to evolve people. You know what to do on your turn.
Yeah.
And then this board also tells you what to do on every turn, so you can't miss something.
Yes,
and it gives you slots to put all your stuff.
It gives you slots to put all your stuff in which if you have which some basics can only be put in those slots,
right.
unless you can still evolve in that slot, but they have to start as a basic to be slottable.
Exactly, and it explains all that in this book.
And there's discard piles, and there's discards retreat. Either retreat cost is a big thing, like that's one retreat, so then you lose one energy. Depending on the retreat cost, it's the number of energies you'll lose.
Exactly. But the point of the game is that it teaches you how to play Pokemon.
Yeah.
And you and I both didn't know officially how to play Pokemon. Yeah. And now we do.
Yeah, and now we do.
Now you can take any deck and play with
play with any deck, which means I could bring my deck that I made with my Charizard sleeves. And battle with that like my poison type deck.
Right, exactly. Because you've done this. It's like if you want to like be in the Starfleet, you have to go through the Starfleet Academy first.
Yes,
you have to know how to do things.
Yeah, let's say like, oh, I want to do this job. Well then, do this training to get into this job.
Exactly. So that's
this is what it is. Like this is like a battle academy. It's not like you're going to like a school. It's really like you're like buy like a practice set of something and like you get like everything right. You get like a basic deck.
Like every one of these cards, like you can have this Pikachu that looks just like this, but it's like you got it in a deck, right?
You got in a deck. So look at the number. That number is number 2.
But so that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can get this Pokemon card if you open a deck that you buy at like Target or wherever.
Yeah.
Like so, but this one's not the official card. This one's part of the game to teach you what to do if you get this card in your deck.
Yes.
Right?
I mean, like
so that's all.
I mean, but with like my deck, like it's not just like. But since I've been collecting, but since this Battle Academy is like different than like people making decks because it's only like some like era of cards. Like when you're making a deck, you can use like any.
But no matter what deck, the game stays the same, right?
Yeah.
Like you still play the game the same way. So
yeah.
It's just teaching you with any cards in the world that you get that are Pokemon cards, you can learn how to play the game with this. So what else do you want to talk about?
My one fiance said, well, I'm with an NFL chat.
Okay, so what do you want to talk about in the NFL?
I would like to talk about just like training camp and I like to talk about like doing.
So what's going on in training camp? Do we have something to throw some stats? Can you throw stats up on your little your thingy ding?
Give me
so you can see them.
I will be bringing up the NFL app and giving a few updates from there.
But can you do like a share screen on there so people can
no,
see
I
what
can't
you're looking
share
at?
screen.
But do you think that might be helpful for people?
Yes.
Okay. So can we figure out a way to do it? Can we put it on this screen? Can you AirPlay from your phone to that and take your camera and shine it to that? Okay. Well, let me get the Apple thing. You keep talking.
Yes.
All right.
Let me give you a huge.
Don't give away anything too big without showing it, because people like to see that.
Are we giving some like smaller stuff? We're saying that there's buzz about Donald to too. All in all, it's heating up. So there's the Panthers stuff going on there. There's the Hall of Fame game. I will be giving some facts about like NFL players and fancy stuff they have and whatnot. And
fancy stuff. The cars?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do that thing about the cars? That's a good.
I'm gonna do the cars. But first, I have a preview.
Okay, but wait. Let's put it on the screen so people can see it.
This is from 8 hours ago, so I don't know who has seen it yet on my channel.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Because it's the coolest thing in the world.
But do you when you see a highlight, do you want to be able to see the highlight?
I want to be able to see. You want to be able to see the all of it call.
Yeah.
Which will be bringing up.
We're gonna put it up. Then. Okay, right. Let's get this TV on.
I mean, what?
All right, so there's your Apple TV. So now you can AirPlay or whatever, like mirror your screen.
Can you help me move that the way this can be?
I'll do it. Just mirror your screen.
Give me a second. I need to go over to how
just whatever you want to
screen mirror.
Yeah, just
is it bedroom?
Yep.
There we go.
Bedroom. And I'll take that off.
And now here is the update.
We'll turn it sideways. Alright, so it'll be fine.
Let me read you the thing.
Let's get this set up first, okay?
Yeah, you won't want to miss this one thing. Oh yeah, we can plan on top of that, and that will kind of help. Move it up a little bit.
Keep talking about your other stuff.
Yeah, let me say there's like the battle kind of like that. We have missed one thing where we have
these.
Yes. It's my thing. Like you get a huge coin with all 3 starter Pokemon on it. Like most coins are about half the size.
Turn your phone sideways. Why won't it do it the right way?
I don't know. I just leave it this way.
What is that?
That's NFL.com. That's the NFL website.
That doesn't look like it's coming up very well. All right. You keep going.
Yes. Let me tell you that we have a big contract update. Big contract update for the Bills. Bills all-pro linebacker.
Oh, boy.
He has got a $99.25 million contract for 5 years.
It's backwards.
That's the biggest contract I've heard about this in a while.
What is it?
$99.25 million.
$99 million for 5 years?
Yeah, $99.5 million.
Okay.
$25 million, which that's a big thing. Like, that's a huge contract for a linebacker.
What about Lamar? What's he getting?
We'll be looking at that we'll be looking at that later. But first, we're gonna be taking a fancy call intermission.
We're doing what?
A fancy call intermission.
Fancy car intermission? Okay.
We're doing fancy calls and a little bit of some gaming and I'll be doing.
Let's stick to one thing.
I'll do like one topic for like a couple minutes, then I'll switch.
Okay. Where are the cars?
They're gonna be brung up right here.
But what is it? What's the website?
NFL play with fancy cars. I'm gonna be going to hotcars.com. This was made January 30th, 2020. And we'll be looking at one of the better beaters.
Turn the phone sideways. Yeah,
it works with this. It just wasn't all. Give me a second.
There you go. Good. There you go.
Now, if anybody wants to see this, it's now Earl Thomas as one. He drives a McLaren.
Yeah, but does anybody care what Earl Thomas is doing right now?
No, we're gonna skip through Earl Thomas and move on to the next guy. Yeah. The next guy's actually pretty good. Brandon Marshall drives a Porsche 911 GT3. 911 GT3 to be exact. And this is on Jets Drive, which makes sense because he played for the Jets.
Who's that?
Brandon Marshall, former Jet, and
he's a Bronco, wasn't he?
For the Bronco Jet, and I think also, if I'm remembering correctly, he played for the Miami Dolphins a little bit. We next have coming up another good one. Marshall Lynch drives a Lamborghini Adventure.
Oh.
As you can see from the Hot Cars website, these are all fancy cars. We have Julio Jones driving a Ferrari 458 Spider.
Spider's convertible, right?
But no, it isn't a convertible. Look at it. It matches his.
I think that's a convertible, actually.
I think it's a convertible, but it doesn't have like the convertible like it doesn't match.
It's got a hard time.
Yeah, it's like
we should totally set this up before we go live next time.
Yeah, we definitely should.
Good idea.
Just now. Next up, we have Aaron Rodgers driving a Mercedes-Benz XLS AMG. And this is what it looks like. They call it as doors that flip up instead of out.
Those are called gull wings.
Gull. We have next up a market driving a BMW i8. So that's a good. But then I need to be able to see the people that are chatting, and now I can't.
Isn't that on your phone?
I would have to go back and forth from the website.
Just keep doing your thing. Like, be concerned about your show, not the people.
Next, Michael Strahan drives a Porsche 911 GT3 RS, while other ones, Tom Brady drives an Aston Martin DB11. Not to get confused with defensive back.
Do you know who else drives an Aston Martin?
No.
James Bond.
Let's go on to the next person who has a great car, and I think Frank Gore drives a Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead.
Phantom Drophead? That's what it looks like it says.
Yeah. I thought there was PH. Next up, we have the next fancy car, which is Joey who does a Lamborghini Adventure. He has an orange one. We have coming up next Aaron Donald who drives a Camaro the evil one. It looks so slick. Next up, we have Pat O'Donnell who does a McLaren 570F.
Here, stay on that. That's a cool looking car.
It's a cool looking car.
Who drives that?
Pat O'Donnell. Like, and I don't. He's really like a huge name player.
I was gonna say, it seems like the people with the nicest cars have the smallest contracts.
Yeah, yeah, because there's some people with like huge contracts that like to get like cheaper cars for some reason,
or just aren't showing off so much.
Yes, it's moving on to the next one, which is OBJ drives a Rolls-Royce Cullinan. And you can say all Rolls-Royces.
Go back up. Cullinan?
Yes, Cullinan. Which the Rolls-Royces, I've learned, they have like a certain thing in like, they have like a certain thing like right there. They have their logo.
The angel goes up and down?
The angel goes up and down. I've learned about that via YouTube.
I have a video of that from a car from a place I used to work.
Oh, wasn't it that place where you took people?
That's very clear, yeah.
Antonio Brown, even though he's not the next day, he drives a Rolls-Royce.
Scroll down. Like, look at the color on that. That's
ooh, it pops.
Who is it? That's the angel right there. See it?
Yeah.
Like, It goes into the car.
And that's AB.
Who?
AB, Antonio Brown.
Oh. Okay.
Who next up is another one.
Maybe that's what's wrong with them.
F12 Berlinetta. Yeah, Berlinetta.
That's a really nice color.
It is a very nice color.
You should leave it on it a little more.
Some people, I'll tell you, like from what I was looking at yesterday, some people don't drive like fans because they're just like older and they're just like older cars that I can see.
The next one looks like it's older. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see. It is a
Mazda 626 Alfred Morris.
Alfred Morris.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Alfred Morris. He used to play for the Washington football team back when they were the Skins.
Okay, he likes to keep it real.
Let's keep it real. If this thing wants to go down, which we have that's also website 1.
Okay.
We'll be going back out in a minute and switching to another website. We'll be going over to amazing cars people. These will be houses and cars that people own.
Houses and cars.
It's sports. Actually, I do not want to do this one. I'm looking for 20 NFL players to drive the nicest cars. This is by the same website. This is another article made by the same website. So in 2018, we have cars from. If I can go down, Colin Kaepernick drives a Jaguar F-Type, which actually looks pretty slick. The paint job is slick on it.
They still have him listed as a NFL player?
Because it was 18.
Oh.
In 2018, Jameis Winston drives a Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG, which
it's a G-Wagon.
It's a G-Wagon, and it's purple, which you never see that many Ravens purple cars out there in the world.
Who's that?
That's Jameis Winston.
Who's he play for?
He now plays. He plays for the Buccaneers. Now he's playing for the Saints.
Neither of them are purple.
Neither of them are purple. Tom Brady drives a blacked out Rolls-Royce Ghost.
Yeah, he drives the same thing as Antonio Brown.
Yeah,
Antonio Brown.
This is this car from 2018.
Yeah.
2020, I think they had them with a different colors. I bet Tom Brady has like 2 or 3 cars.
I imagine
this looks like it's in his living room or something. I don't know why they made that a thing or something.
Probably the car dealer.
Next up, Brock Osweiler, one of.
This doesn't even make sense.
He drives the Bugatti Veyron.
Veyron?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, I've seen
slick. The colors match.
You know who's not slick? Brock Osweiler. Like that's crazy that he drives this car and like, is he in the NFL anymore?
No.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I don't think he is.